I had an entire intro ready to go for this video, and I have just learned that Kelvin Gastelum has missed weight by 5 pounds. I called this guy fat 10 different times in the video on Thursday, which was yesterday. And now I've been vindicated, man. You know, it's a beautiful thing to really speak my truth and understand that we all know that Kelvin Gastelum was never going to make 185. The guy's 5'9" and he can't make 185 pounds. Cut him from the UFC. It is what it is. But that is besides the point, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today, like I promised, to finish the UFC 322 main card. We have two fights left. On that card in general, we have JDM versus Almakashev. I mean, that's a badass fight. Shout out to Bedtime. That's a tough fight. That's going to be exciting. That could carry an entire card. You could put nonsense around it, and I would still watch. But you have Shevchenko and Wei Li. That's a great co-main event. It'll actually be a really entertaining women's fight, skill for skill, in my opinion. And then you get I was sleep, bro. Yeah, Mercedes G. Lee, bro. Yeah. Bro, I was fucking sleepy, bro. Leon Edwards versus CP. We are all watching CP in November. We watched CP in August, and we will be watching in November again. Please tell the FBI not to come for me. But man, these are three good fights. So what we need to do today is discuss the final two fights on the main card that need to round out what is already a great MSG card. And I have two that I think. Listen, one of them's a little hardcore. Real, just a real crafty kind of veteran level move by me to pick the final fight on this main card. But I've got an exciting one before that. So we need the two bangers. Let me know down below. Pause the video right now. Who are the two fights that you would put on if you were a matchmaker at UFC, at MSG, UFC 322? Who would you finish out the main card with? Leon Edwards knows I'm yapping. Obviously, we got Tracy Cortez on the card. Listen, Tracy Cortez is like, you have like childhood crushes. Tracy Cortez is like I am a college aged individual and I have a crush on her. Listen, if my girlfriend is watching this video, hi, Tracy, this is not real. This is AI generated. I didn't make this slideshow. It just happens to be here. But I'd probably slime you out for Tracy Cortez. Either way, don't ask me the color of anything. We will be watching Tracy Cortez versus Aaron Blanchfield. If that is on the main card, I will sue the company, though, because they are both boring. Either way, we need Captain America on this card. We need a man who represents all the values of real Americans, real American patriots. Get the fuck out of here. We are having Michael Chandler on this card. Beautiful Michael Chandler, 38 years old, almost 40. We need America versus France. Revolution versus revolution. We need not washed anymore versus incredibly washed. Listen, Benoit Saint-Denis and Michael Chandler, that is genuinely a badass fight. Like, that's fun as fuck. Benoit wants to turn around fast. He fought at MSG before. I believe at 295 was when he KO'd Matt Frivola with that head kick. I think that's an awesome fight. You do like the walkout with Trump or whatever. You're like, oh, like Dana's like, yeah. Donald, this is a badass fight. Like, I don't know if you watched Benoit Saint-Denis before, but this is a badass fight. Listen, everyone likes Michael Chandler, even if we don't like, I don't know, he's kind of corny, but his fighting style is fun. Like, I've never seen a Michael Chandler fight where I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, this is so boring. You're always on the edge of your seat. It's always exciting. Benoit Saint-Denis is super exciting, in my opinion, the way he fights. Whether he is grappling heavy fight to fight or not, he is really exciting because he does work for finishes. He loves using elbows, get to the clinch, punches, the body kick, the head kicks. He's mixing it up better and better. I do hope that he chooses to strike a little longer. I think being grappling heavy is going to make him more scared to take punches, which can kind of backfire. You see the wrestlers who lose their chins will get a fight or two where they win, but they're scared to get hit. And I worry that Benoit's a little scared to get hit still. So that's something to note. I think Chandler could win this fight. I would pick Benoit Saint-Denis if I had a gun to my head. But I think that's an awesome fight to have on fight number 4, bro. Like, you're telling me that's not like a badass fight? I really believe that that's a cinema, like, bro, that's got to be a finish, bro. Fucking make it a 5, fucking make it a 5-round random fight on the main card. That's what we're doing now in 2025. But yeah, I mean, I fuck with this fight. We need one more fight. And in my opinion, the way that I kind of go through these fights and the way that I look at them, they need to be worse than the previous one on some level. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, you can't go from Edwards and Prates, which is it could be a decision. Prates could finish him. Leon's chinny. He probably will KO him. If rankings wise, I like to go down a little bit from there. So then you get Benoit and Michael Chandler, who are like in the top 11 to 15 range. What you need now is you need another pair of 11 to 15 range guys on the main card. That's how they should be booking them, even if they don't do it that way. I believe we need to go to the featherweight division to do this. Before I say that, though, Michael Chandler, I keep getting coming across these videos, and it's because I'm not ready to get to the featherweights yet. I need to drag out the minutes on this a little bit. Michael Chandler does all of this. He does like these YouTube videos where it's like, oh, world's strongest MMA fighter. Look at his insane routine. And then you get shit like, wow, Michael Chandler's looking shredded for this one, guys. He's back. Brother, he did all of that, all these med ball tosses, all the like Christian rap on his Instagram to literally lose every second of the Paddy Pimblett fight after the first 2 minutes. Um, Dominated, bloodied, embarrassed in Jacksonville or Miami. I don't know where I think it was Miami 314. But yeah, it's insane to me that we have to play this charade with Michael Chandler every single time. I just wanted to point it out that stop looking at these guys on Instagram, stop looking at their physiques and claiming that you see that they are more locked in or less locked in. It means nothing. Stop listening to the way they talk. I hate the gaslighting that goes on in the sport. I've been seeing stuff recently on my Twitter and everywhere where people are I mean, if I'm wrong about this, then shoot me in the face. People are legitimately picking Cedricus Dumas to beat Zachary Reese. That may mean nothing to some of the people watching this video because it is a random prelim fight. Cedricus Dumas has $15 in his bank account and I believe has been arrested 14 plus times. You're telling me that you legitimately think, because he's been talking on Twitter about how he's a changed man, that he is going to win the fight? It's a skill thing. Why do you think when Izzy and BJ Penn and Tony Ferguson, when they all talk really well, like they're back, they end up losing? Because their skills are not there anymore. They're not as fast. Their brain isn't there as much anymore. Stop getting gaslit by Instagram posts. Either way, I know the gaslighting's happening. I'm just preempting it. That was a little bit of a tangent. Number 5. Steve Garcia and David Onama. This is I don't know why I said his name like that, but this is kind of like a little sneaky kind of banger pick, I feel like. This could be a feature prelim, but Steve Garcia, finisher, other than Calvin Kattar, who he nearly finished, but Cater's just super tough. He stayed in there barely. He's a finisher, bro. I believe he's knocked out like almost every one of his opponents. Super powerful left hand. David Onama, on the other hand, very powerful right hand. He drops just about everybody that he fights. He's got really solid grappling and anti-grappling. I think the big thing here, David Onama is incredibly chinny. Steve Garcia, I believe, has been knocked out before. This is a fight where you are getting a banger. These dudes go for it every single time they fight. If you guys are new to MMA, you don't really watch the UFC, do yourselves a favor. Go on YouTube, go wherever. Look up Nate Landwehr versus David Onama. It is one of the best fights in the history of the UFC, and it was a random kind of main card fill-in on the San Diego card, like 2 or 3 years ago, whatever it was. One of the best fights I've ever had the pleasure of watching live. Incredible. I'm not even going to spoil it for you. Please, if you want to get into MMA, watch that fight back. It's so fun, man. Either way, I just think this is an exciting fight, dude. You got Steve Garcia. He's got kind of the Mexican build a little bit, a little bit of the muscles interesting. The arms are really long, but super powerful. David Onama super powerful. David Onama looks like Michael Blackson, by the way. Like I don't know if y'all are hip or not, but David Onama and Michael Blackson, this is not a racial, I mean, it is a racial thing. It's not like a racism thing, but he really does look like, David Onama kind of looks like if you walked into a room, right, that was, I'll just say this. David Onama might have a little bit of natural camouflage. Like I'll be real with you. He's a little, he's on the darker side. And shout out to him. David Onama is one of my favorite fighters, but he does have some natural camouflage to him. It is what it is. Um, Dude, if I had to make a prediction on this fight, I would say that Steve Garcia probably knocks out David Onama round 2. He's incredibly chinny. A random dude that fought him at the last Noche card knocked him down. It's very interesting as a fight. But yeah, those are the two fights that I want to add to the card. So you're looking at a fight card which is now JDM versus Islam Makhachev, an awesome fight that I'll break down in the future. But I would pick JDM to win that fight, but it is what it is. Valentina Shevchenko and Zhang Weili. I think Zhang Weili wins that. I think she's at a way better point in her career. Even if their age is similar, I think Zhang Weili still has it. I think Shevchenko's a little scared to kind of really let her hands go and her kicks go. And then Pratas versus Edwards. I'd have Pratas KOing Edwards probably in round 2 or round 3. I think Leon Edwards' chin is much more suspect than people give it credit for. I think people give his chin too much credit, actually. Getting rocked by Nate Diaz is not something to be proud about. Not a lot of guys have had that happen, I'll say that. So you have those three. Tracy Cortez and Aaron Blanchfield. It just, beautiful, beautiful stuff, man. Very excited for that. More excited for that than the main event. This is our main event, is Tracy Cortez fighting on this card. Dude, she's gonna. I'm gonna get like a DM that's gonna be like, "Why are you fucking talking about me on a YouTube channel that has 200 subscribers?" But it is what it is. Shout out to Tracy. Hopefully she wins. I don't know if she does though, but it is what it is. So yeah, no. Benoit Saint-Denis and Michael Chandler is fight number 4 on the card. I think that's you could start off the card with that, to be honest with you, but I like it at number 4. Then you go Steve Garcia and David Onama, dude. I feel like that's a really fun mix of fights. I am currently, I don't know why, it's like when I record these videos, I switch sitting positions like 8 different times, but I think David Onama is going to get knocked out in the first round against Steve Garcia. I think you're going to get an awesome UFC 322 card. Let me know down below, what you would do for those 2 fights there. I kind of like those 2 as realistic ones for what the UFC probably is angling towards. I don't see any guys making super quick turnarounds for that. But yeah, that'll do it for the video today, boys. Short one before the fight card tomorrow. Obviously, we'll have the recap on Sunday. And yeah, I appreciate all of you for watching. Money Manziel MMA production, as always. Yeah, thank you for listening. I don't know. I don't never know what to say in these. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below. Like, subscribe again. I will see you boys in the next one, which will be Sunday. Will be the recap. Yeah, I was a little out of ideas for this video today, so I kind of just pulled something out of my ass. But we're here. We made it happen. Michael Chandler, Benoit Saint-Denis. I hope that fight happens, man. That'll be so fun. See you in the next one. Peace out.